certainly excited about what's next. Really, as much as anything, just really proud of our players and what they've accomplished this season. And obviously, what that's afforded us is more basketball. And thought we played well last weekend up in Brooklyn. Ran into a very good team in Virginia. Couldn't quite overcome their size and defense. I thought they just played really well. But I thought our guys got better. I thought we played very well in the win against Boston College, and thought we competed hard against Virginia. Now we've got more games to play. New Mexico State team, I don't know a lot about them, but just looking at some quick stats, and I did see a couple minutes of their game when they beat Miami out in Hawaii over Christmas tournament. So I know they're really athletic. I think they defend exceptionally well. They rebound really well, take care of the ball pretty good, which is all signs of competitive, well-coached teams. So obviously they've won 28 games. That's hard to do in college basketball with the parity we have to win that many games. So we'll have a challenge, but we're looking forward to it. It's going to be an interesting trip. It's kind of nice going to a great place, San Diego, and also kind of neat that Earl Grant's team's going to be out there. So we're be excited to see those guys.
Brad, what did it mean for you to just see that, to see your name up there again and being in this tournament?
Yeah, just obviously we've kind of known for a while, so it's a little bit different feeling, but it's obviously very rewarding. You know, again, I'm just happy for our players. Our players deserve this with everything they've dealt with all season, and the way they've played, the way they've handled things. They've been great, and you know, they've given us maximum effort and really everything they've had all year. And so you just want those guys to have special memories and have great experiences, and this is what this is. This is a reward for not just a season of hard work, but an off season of hard work last year. And so I'm excited for them, and you know, hopefully we're going to go out there and continue to play well.
How did your play in Brooklyn in that tournament prepare you for the tournament to come?
Just playing great teams. You know, you have to play extremely well, and hopefully it's, you know, tournament basketball in an environment that we hadn't been in, and so to go there and, you know, to play very good teams in a neutral court setting with a lot on the line, because the ACC tournament is so special. It's just good to put your guys in those environments, and obviously that's what it's like in the NCAA tournament.
Is it enough to say, hey, we made it, or, you know, deep
No,
down you're like,
no.
no.
We obviously feel like we can win games.
Yep.
We felt that way all along. We feel like we're good enough. When we play well, we're a doggone good team. I mean, we're hard to beat. But it's, you know, every game now in the NCAA tournament, you're playing somebody that's special. These guys are special. They've won their conference, won a lot of big games, extremely talented, athletic, and competitive. And so you're gonna have to play good basketball to win games now, and that's the way it should be, because it's the national tournament.
How heavily will you rely on senior leadership, even with, you know, Dante not being able to physically play a part?
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to rely on. You don't have to be a senior to lead. Anybody can be a leader. You know, it comes in a variety of settings. It's not just being vocal or setting an example. It's you can have one-on-one conversations. You know, you can have an impact if you want to, and so we'll rely on everybody. It's not just Gabe or Dante or any of that nature, or me. Certainly the players are better when they drive themselves. I think our guys are focused. I think we're highly motivated, and you know, just want us to have good practices. We had 2 great days of practice leading into our game against Boston College. Tapered it back that 3rd day, that Wednesday, to kind of focus on a couple small things, but you know, we need the same this week. We need to have great practices Monday, Tuesday, kind of get into some things Wednesday and Thursday, and then, you know, just try to play well on Friday.
Does it give you maybe a little bit of an advantage to have that Friday game, to get out there and see a couple other teams play on Thursday?
Yeah, I don't know if it's an advantage, but it's a little bit nicer just knowing that, you know, we're going all the way across the country, and we don't have to leave Tuesday. We can leave on Wednesday, and we can kind of get settled here with plans. And there's a lot that goes into this, not just for us, but for players in terms of academic responsibilities, tickets for families, and you just want them to be able to focus on the right things and not get distracted. I think sometimes you can become distracted with all the outside things, and sometimes the other people in their life forget that they've got a lot on their plate. They need to be focusing on basketball. That part of it, just getting out there a little early or having time to get out there, I think is good for our team.
You mentioned Earl Grant. What's the sense of pride you have in now?
Yeah.
See him and
no, there definitely is some pride there. I obviously still keep in touch and follow all my assistants and root for them like crazy every time they have a game. And couldn't be more proud of Earl and what he's done with that program the last 4 years. He's just done a terrific job. Not a surprise to me. He's got really good players, and he's got great leadership. He knows what he wants to do, and he's got that team playing great basketball. Our staff was following every CAA tournament game and talking about it the next day and watching as much as we could at night. And, just very rewarding to see him, so happy. And, it's going to be fun to be out there with those guys.
Have you ever been to San Diego State, to
No.
Viejas Arena or any of that?
I've been to San Diego, but I've never been to the arena or played there or anything like that.
Brad, with AJ and I guess Amir too, seeing in Brooklyn at the stage, is it too big? How important is that?
It is, yeah. It's important that our young guys play well. I talked about leading into last week in Brooklyn early in the week. I said that you need some guys that maybe people don't expect to make big shots or to make a couple big plays in games to win. I just think if you're going to win multiple games, your main guys aren't going to do it every game. It's just hard. And, obviously AJ had a great game against Boston College, made big shots. And so that's really good for his confidence. I thought Amir gave us, has continued to give us good play and good minutes. And, we certainly need that here in the biggest of tournaments.
Brad, what does it mean when you have Dante with the team and he's going to get to make the trip and be with them? What does that do for the rest of the team?
It's certainly important because he's a voice that they listen to. I think it was hard. I think Brooklyn was really hard on him. Like you could tell. I mean, we go play all these other games. He's played many games in Little John. He's played at other arenas in our league. So when he was going to do that, I mean, he missed it. He wanted to be there and all that. But going to Brooklyn and playing in the semifinals of the ACC tournament, pretty cool. It was hard. I remember I gave him a hug right before the game, and just my heart hurt a little bit for him because I know how much he wanted to be out there. And it'll be a little bit the same in San Diego. He'll be excited, he'll be pumped up, but his heart's going to hurt too because he's waited for this. But it's important that he's a positive voice to our team.
That 5-12 matchup has been a notorious position there. How do you guard against an upset-minded team like New Mexico State?
I really don't, if it happens every year, then it's really not that big of an upset, right? I just think there are so many good teams, so many good players. They already beat Miami in our league. Miami's a top 20 program. So I think a lot of made of all that is just if you win a mid-major league, you're going to be seeded 12th or 13th if you're really good. It's just what it is. A lot of those mid-major teams would come into our league and do very well. So I don't think my guys probably don't know about that. I don't think it's anything to really worry about. You just got to go play great. You can't not play well and win in these games. The teams are good. And again, first thing I said was you don't win 28 games and not be good. You got to have good players. You got to have good coaching to win 28 games in all these leagues. I've been a part of those leagues for a lot of my career. I know how good they are.
Any more questions? Brad, how does Virginia compare to some of the best defensive teams you've seen in the whole?
Yeah, they're really good. I tell you what's I don't think they're big. They don't have 7-footers, but they've got 4 front court athletes that all move unbelievably well and have great size and physical attributes. I mean, obviously they're smart, they're well schooled on what they do. Their guards are big and strong, so you can't overpower them physically to shoot over top of them. They have length, so it makes it hard. But then they're front court athletes, and having 4 of them, I think, is a huge advantage. I noticed that in our game. I thought that was a difference, that they had multiple guys to run in there and guard all these ball screens and all this action and keep them fresh. And, you know, they got great productivity from all those guys. Like the guys that really hurt us at the end were the Salts and the Diakites and guys like that, you know, we did, and then Hunters, and I mean, there's a lot of Wilkins Defensive Player of the Year, and there's 4 guys. It's a little bit like, you know, what we have here with our 4-down linemen, and then guys coming in that are 4- and 5-star football in. I mean, you just wear people out. It's exhausting, and that's when you play Virginia. They have a lot of that.
Good.